Okay. Hello, everybody. It's Dr. Croom, Army vet, and I am so excited to be here today. 2024, we're definitely going to be having a lot more pet professionals to come on and share their knowledge with everybody. If you're following Dr. Croom, Army vet, that means that you know that what we do here is we put animals and their pet parents first, and we work with a holistic mindset. So make sure you continue following Dr. Kroom, Army vet. I will say about my guest today, right before I introduce her here, you already know that since I was a kid, I was out there in them streets, okay, with them animals. You remember from my coloring book, as a youth, I was out there getting the turtles, crossing the street. And I have a feeling that my special guest today might have some similar stories. I am so ready to hear about them. Let me introduce you to your dog's favorite auntie, Miss Arisha Coffee.
Hey, everybody. Hello. So glad to be here. I'm so excited. Thank you, Turner, for for inviting me to talk today. I'm so excited. It's always a good time to have a conversation with you. When we're talking about animals, we can go on for
I know. I already
days.
just cleared off 2 hours of time. So just so you
See?
know, like
Yes,
2 hours is cleared out. So I'm
absolutely.
also going to be trying to keep tabs on the comments here. Hi there, Pamela Chapman. Oh, she was clapping over there for us. And
Yay.
hi, Robert Crazy Air Homes. Great to see you on here. So I met Mrs. Arisha Coffee about a year ago at the Sisters in Business conference here in Kalamazoo, an amazing
Yeah.
conference that really highlights Black-owned female entrepreneurs and businesswomen, not only African American. We welcome all. Sisters in business welcome all, right? We're all sisters. But that's where we met. And to find another pet professional in the mix was unusual, to say the least, for me. What did
Yes,
you think,
yes.
Leash? Was that different for you too?
Absolutely. I was trying to, compose myself because I could have, done some cartwheels when we saw each other when we were introduced. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, okay, I'm excited to see another pet care professional who is,
I
of this
know.
pigment.
That's
So
right. That's
it's
right.
a beautiful thing because it's very encouraging when we can see a representation of ourselves and not just specific categories as far as employment, education, entrepreneurship and all that goes, advancing ourselves and representing who we are and all the vastness and greatness that we are. Like, we can't just be put in a box as women, we can't just be
Yep.
put in a box as Black women.
Right.
So it's exciting to see that we represent, you know, another area and level of
We sure
strength.
do. I just saw a poster not too long ago, or it was just from yesterday, where Angela Bassett won the Oscar finally, and Regina King went there to give her the award, and it was just so much love, and that's how I feel with you because and Regina had to straighten it out, like, no, she's not the best, just the best. African American, female, like all that. So just what you were saying,
Mhm.
like, yes, that's important, and when we talk about our internships later, that's definitely going to be important as well. But
Yes.
hey, we're entrepreneurs here, and
Yes.
so let me ask you: Do you are you a working for yourself fully?
I am fully self-employed. I am an entrepreneur full time. I quit my job last year, my 9 to 5 last year, and I started, working for myself full time entrepreneurship since then. So it's been great.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hmm.
So, one of the main reasons that I wanted to bring you on specifically in January is because, StreamYard, I like to put on my little banners here. So let me get my banner going, which is National Dog Training Month here in January. That's right.
Yes.
Now, here at Dr. Crew Mobile Veterinary Service, we treat dogs, cats, goats, reptiles, all of that. So not just
Yes.
dogs, but it's a special month for the dogs. They
It
need
is.
training. So
Yes, they do.
I want to ask you some questions to shed some knowledge to these dog owners on the line here. But I want to know a little bit more about you too. Like, where are you from and what really guided you into the dog training world initially?
Yeah, yeah. So I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan originally. Yeah, shout out to GR. I have been in Muskegon for goodness, 13, 14 years. I've been in Muskegon, my husband and I. My husband's from Muskegon, so I came to Muskegon by way of my husband, and we've been married for 13 years. So it's I love Muskegon. I absolutely love Muskegon. But I started off with this passion for dogs as a child, similar to you. I would bring stray dogs home all the time. If I saw a dog limping in the street or something, I'm grabbing it, and you can see me, my sister and I, carrying this dog home, trying to nurse it back to health and help the dog and so on. So, and I not only that, I would find birds and any animal
Okay.
that I noticed was struggling, I would try to bring home. I'm an animal person. I love animals.
Oh my God.
So, but as a child, we had multiple dogs in our family.
Okay.
And I just learned to, work with them because I didn't have any other distractions like technology and all that we have now. So I really just sat in my home with these dogs, just learning what makes the dog do this. And if I do
Mm.
this, oh, the dog behaves this way. What can I do, to adjust that? Or what things can I do to see, what the dog is capable of? So that's where it started. And I read my mom's encyclopedia set at the table, and I recognized that there were, we got the same story,
Yes,
huh?
yes, yes.
So I noticed that there were hundreds of dog breeds in this encyclopedia. And I'm like, look at all these dogs. We got dogs with hair, dogs with no hair. You got so many different characteristics and types of dogs. And I was just enthralled with dogs then. And that's where my passion started.
I mean, they are an amazing species,
Yeah,
so much history there. Um, and I could just see you. Like, I wish we had known each other. Like, I'm from Grand Rapids too,
right.
originally. I think I may have a couple of years on you, so maybe we wouldn't have come across each other. But oh, could you imagine what we would have done? We would have probably had a nationwide chain or something right now if we had known each other back then. But all in good time,
Mhm,
all in
mhm.
good time. So, you know what? People always want to know of dog trainers. What is your favorite and least favorite breeds to train? Not to say that you dislike or, anything like that, but just maybe some various reasons why the training might be a little more difficult or easy
Sure.
or fun.
Sure. I have not discovered that I dislike working with any breed of dog. I absolutely love working with dogs and families. It is my passion to, help bridge that gap of communication between dogs and their families, because a lot of people just get dogs thinking like, okay, now I have Fido or now I have Lassie, and I'm excited to have a dog in my family, not recognizing what it takes to to maintain having a dog in the family, educationally, financially, even with your time. It takes a lot of time to have a dog or bring a dog into your family. So I'm real
Yes.
passionate about working with dogs and different dog breeds and their families. So my absolute favorite dog to work with, I would say, oh my goodness. All of them. I hate to be that person, but all of them.
Okay.
Love them all.
Like, aw.
Yes, yes. But I am a little partial to Cocker Spaniels because I have a Cocker Spaniel. I grew up with Cocker Spaniels.
Okay.
So I am partial to Cocker Spaniels a bit because that's one of my favorite breeds. Just
Mm,
naturally because we had one growing up. So
that
I've
makes
always
sense.
loved Cocker Spaniels. They're very smart. I love I love the Spaniel breed and how
Hmm.
just how quick they are. And there's a
Yes.
lot of breeds who are quick and fast, and who just have that background of working, so they naturally have that ability to learn fast.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
One of the things that I'm really, really excited about collaborating with you is that, because you always mention, not only the pet, but the family. And we do the same thing over here. It's not just the pet, it's the pet parent. Like, you've got to have that ability to talk, have that customer service that's better than anything else. These are family members. And so
Absolutely.
I am super excited to let the people out there know that we have a new virtual dog training available now with
Yes.
Arisha and myself at drcroom.com.
Yes.
So you can go right to the site and you can sign up. Now, sometimes with dog training, you're like, where should I go? And I have to get in the car and take them, and I have to sign, do all these, like have them vaccinated and things like that. It's definitely important, for socialization and having training, in person with other dogs and things like that. But to say that you have that initial training session with an amazing trainer like yourself, where you can see them, you can see the dog, you can take them through some motions, see interactions and different things, like you can do a lot virtually.
Absolutely.
And you've got that on the site right now. So can you tell us a little bit more about how you might take, let's say if we had the example of someone got a new little baby Cocker Spaniel and they're nipping and biting, and it's so hard when they're young and they're so cute, and it's like, oh, they're just nipping. Okay.
No.
Take us through maybe what a little bit, because we usually do, it's an hour session. And so tell us a little bit about what you might do for that new puppy and owner.
Yes, absolutely. So my initial questions, working virtually with clients is very very beneficial for the family who, let's say, don't have the liberty to be mobile, or for those who may live out of state or in another space where they can't readily travel in our space, in our area. So I like working with virtual clients because there's an intimacy there where it's like, okay, we're zoned in, it's just you and I here, let me show you, where I'm instructing and giving instruction and sharing, like, this is what you do with your dog, and so on, and with your family and your household. But as a puppy, when they're bringing home a puppy, I give them instructions on tools and the needs that they will have with bringing a new dog home, and asking questions. What made you choose this breed? What made you, what made you even choose to add a dog to the family at this time? Just to help them understand, okay, this is a major adjustment. It's not just having a cute puppy in the home. There's a major adjustment here where you'll have to make sure that, like bringing home a baby, you got to have everything lined up. So those are my initial questions with them, and then we talk about their concerns and goals. What is your plan? What are your goals? And as we progress in our sessions, we add in, okay, here are the steps. Here's what we do. And I have my Dalmatian, my stuffed Dalmatian, which I use as a and I help to instruct in that way with my stuffed Dalmatian. Like, try this. This is how you do it. Put the leash on this way. We're gonna guide the dog, and then I'll add Diamond in sometimes as well, my dog.
I need to get one of them stuffed dogs too. So I might have to see where you got that from my future vet stuff, and I can manipulate, because I have my real dog, usually here sitting on the box, and after about 3 seconds, sometimes she'd be like, okay, can I go now?
Absolutely.
So that's very interesting. You're definitely, like, during this virtual training, dog training, you're getting into the psyche and the mind state of the owner. Like, why these things? Why this decision? Why? That is so crucial to dog training. It's not just like, oh, tell the dog what to do. No, you're either the alpha, or you're not, And speaking of alpha, actually recently, I have, we always talk about blended families and blended packs, and I have recently blended my family. I haven't really talked about this too much, but I've blended my family. My partner and I, we blended all of our animals and ourselves. It's such an amazing thing. It's been about a year now. And we've got a question, because I have my Mayo, my cattle dog mix. And then when he came in, he has Hayes, which is a shepherd collie mix. So Hayes is like up here, Miles down here. And anytime someone's petting Hayes, Miles under here, like sniffing him. Like, could you get out from under his areas, please? Like, right there. And so they're both alpha. Like, I adopted Mayo a couple years ago during COVID. She's definitely like, this is my house. I'm the girl. I'm a cattle dog. I'm gonna nip your ankles. Get over there. And his came in just like, wah, 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 where, like just everywhere. So both alphas. And one of the things, I'll put this label up too, because Robert and I have created a whole new entity for our blended pack, and you can find us on Instagram. It's Blended Pack Dynamic, And so our question for you, for our household is, how do you give us maybe a couple of tips on how to integrate a couple of alpha dogs in a house where
Sure.
they're in the house now, they're here now.
Sure. Absolutely. Let me pause and say hello to everybody who is commenting
Oh, yes.
yeah, they're
Oh,
commenting.
Kiara.
Kiera, hey Kiera. So Kiera is one of my clients. I consider her family, her and her dog. So Cash, he is a little poodle mix. He's my Neff pup, but she says Diamond is your fave. Yes, Diamond is my fave, of course. That's my dog. And I see Imani. Hi, Imani. Robert. Hello, Robert. Robert says, I love that you said major adjustment because it really is a major adjustment. Absolutely, Robert. Having a dog and adding a dog to the family is a major adjustment.
Yes.
Robert's, let me see if this is Robert.
Robert owns Hayes.
Okay, wonderful.
My partner, yes.
Okay, beautiful. Robert, good to see you. Hello. Thank you all for interacting with us. Okay, back to your question. All right. So you're blending, you're merging these different personalities, so to speak, and you have two dogs who are strong in different ways. And when you have dogs who are like your dog, you have, tell me again the breed. You have a cattle mix and
Yep. Cattle dog mix, and then a shepherd collie mix.
okay, yes. So when you have dogs who are innately, they have this, nature or natural need to direct and instruct
Okay.
and take
Yep.
lead in this way. When you have dogs like that, you have to understand that you want to establish, you want to have the establishment and boundaries for that dog in every situation. Okay, so not just bringing the dog home and saying, hey, here's your house, like enjoy, get to know the space. It actually has to be guided for them, because when you don't give them guidance, then they take the lead. Then they say, okay, I need to make sure this is taken care of. So that's where you see your dog coming in like, okay, I'm going to sniff on this dog while he's getting love from the others, because I need for the dog to know I got this, or I'm always the one who's close by, just to make sure everything's okay. So in that, you have to share with the dogs that, okay, this dog's time. When this dog comes up, it's this dog's time. You'll get your time, but you don't get to come in the space when I asked for this dog, or I welcome this dog into my space. So then what you do is, it sometimes we can look at it and say, oh, that's so cute, my dog came up and nudged me, they want some attention. It's almost human like. I love it. We make the mistake in doing that with dogs, but they're not humans. So we have to make these adjustments, because in their world, there's a different view. It's not so emotionally based. It's not, to appease our hearts. For them, it's like, we're putting a blanket and a coat on them, and some, painting their nails and all that. It's really for just our enjoyment.
It's true.
And not so much for them. So we have to make sure that we understand where they are in their approaches. So for them, it is about, energy. It is about, approach. It is, about experience and environment for them. So Tanera, in these situations, you want to make sure that you let your dog know, I got this.
Yeah.
When it's time to feed, when it's time to eat, this is this dog's section. This is this dog's time to eat. This is your time to eat. This is your section. And you just have to be there to referee, so to speak, make sure that the guidelines and the rules are being met, in these situations, and not just let it be, okay, you figure it out. Oh, whoops, you tried to take control there. Well, you're a cattle dog. You just, we can't allow, while it is their natural state, we have to understand that we, as the humans, the owners, the head of the house, the lead in the house, have to make sure that we're putting things in place so that they're operating properly as a balanced house.
Yeah, we sure do. We sure do. Yeah, that's awesome. And also too, for the fact that like all the people in the house, like you said, are on the same page. All the humans in the house are on the same page. This is something that I even teach my veterinary patients, clients about, when when we're on the virtual visits, and it's like, okay, is everybody saying, off? or are we saying down? We were telling them to get down.
Right.
You got to have those like same things. We can't be giving treats. One person is giving treats and then the other person, like, you've got to be on the same accord in that household. So
Right.
that's what we've been doing over here. That was great
Good.
advice. Thank you.
Yes.
Again, thank you for being here, Amani. That's my little munchkin.
Hey, Imani.
And Pamela Chapman, one of my clients, said, my dog is 10 years old. She seems to have alpha tendency. She needs remediation. Okay. We might need to get you in on a little training there, Miss Pamela, Miss
Absolutely.
Chapman, with little Ducati there.
Right.
Great to see you. Thank you for joining us tonight, you guys.
Yes.
Again, it's National Dog Training Month here. We've got Mrs. Arisha Coffee here out of Muskegon, Michigan. And let me see. Let me take this off so you can see the names. Her business is called Training with Arish. All
Yes.
right. Your dog's favorite auntie.
Yes,
Okay.
Auntie.
Now, one thing you had mentioned before on the virtual is the fact that, you could get people from, different states and everything. And that's something good to remind me of because I am somewhat limited depending on what states that I'm licensed in. But you can do any states. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely. I've had clients who I have worked with from all over the world. Florida, let's see, California, Ohio. Oh goodness. I've had virtual clients all over the world. So it is not, I don't have to be confined to just Michigan or while I do travel in Michigan in this area,
Okay.
but
Oh, okay. That
yep,
makes sense.
do
That makes
virtual.
sense. Let me see. Keep in mind that you guys, if you do want to get on the books with Arisha, and I may pop in there for a minute there too, like, hey, but it's mostly going to be Arisha. And you go to drcroom.com, you'll see the virtual training with Arisha. Sign up for it. Sign up for a date that works for you, and you get on the ones and twos with her. So very excited about that.
Yes,
Couple more questions for you here. Let me see. You are doing something similar to what I'm doing. I several years ago started my future veterinarian program, an internship. I work with younger students, but then now I've also added an internship where older students that are already in undergrad are able to join me virtually to learn and do a lot of telehealth and telemedicine with me and my team. It's the best thing ever because while telemedicine and all this video stuff has been available for human medicine for years, like just decades, we've been getting on and since COVID, rules changed in the veterinary industry. Some were transient. Some were like, okay, during this period where no one can get out, some of the states changed the rules and said you can do a virtual visit without necessarily seeing the animal right away. And so some states have changed back, some are moving towards that. So things are still in flux right now. Currently, Michigan still does allow us to do a virtual visit, give a prescription, and then if we're able to see the animal later, go see the animal later. But it's not a requirement right away. So it's even better for your training because you can go to any state, any country. We're going to have to, you're going to really have to work on that one because you reminded me of that. I was like, okay, we've got some more expansion here to get more people in and draw them in. And with my holistic vet service, I have a lot of herbs that I provide, and so I have a lot of holistic products that don't need a prescription. So these same clients in these other states do have access to those things. It's just my specific veterinary services that I need to be in those other states. So that is awesome. We want to spread out as much as we can.
Absolutely.
So talking about my internship a little bit, I want to talk about yours because you have a Training with Arisha youth internship.
Yes, indeed.
Stuff about that a few months ago. I get so stoked when I see those kids and you got them all together. I'm like, she is so organized over there. I need to do what she's doing. So tell me a little bit about your program and some of the successes you've had so far.
Yeah, definitely. So I have a youth internship program, which I started in January of 2023. And I have employed 4 youth interns, yes, since then. So I'm currently looking to add more youth interns this year. but I employed 4 youth interns. And so the youth are able to walk alongside me as a dog training assistant. And they do that for a 3-month term. And then they get a stipend at the end of their internship. So it's not just experience that they gain, they also get a little money at the end. So I am all for encouraging. Can you imagine where we would be if we had like an someone who brought us along, a mentor who
Mhm.
brought us along and showed us the ropes when we were so excited and eager at 12 years old, 13 years old, all of these at these young ages. If we would be so much further along. My
No,
goodness.
I
So I'm
know.
really passionate about that, helping our youth in the community. Ages 15 to 21, they can send me an email, trainingwithrish@gmail.com. That's how they inquire. And they have to send me a video of intent, similar to a letter of intent, where
Mm.
they're sharing, like, this is my experience with dogs, or I have no experience with dogs, but I'm excited and I love dogs and I really want to work in this
Mm.
field. And then I also, with this internship, expose them and introduce them to other dog trainers and
Okay.
trainers who may have a different approach than I, which gives them this understanding. Okay, this is comfortable for me. This is where I want to go. I'm more passionate in this area, and they just really learn all of the ropes and what it takes
Mm.
to be a dog professional.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay.
Mhm.
Video intent. I like that. I'm going to start using that. I want to see
Yeah,
these folks, you know?
right.
I want to see them. And I've done so many videos myself for like applying for grants and different things.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of that. Hey,
Mhm.
Marissa Rocket, I see you. Speaking of interns, one of my interns has popped up. She's
Wonderful.
one of my newest interns. I have I want to say three. I have four now as well, and they
Beautiful.
come on. They're like I said in school too, so they're not necessarily as free all the time.
Mhm.
So thank you so much, Marissa, for being here and showing up,
Wonderful.
showing out.
Yeah.
Three of my interns are Black female future vets in the University of Michigan. So they're out
Love.
in the let me see, yeah, East Lansing type area, as well as Saginaw um, area,
Wonderful.
and they come and join me whenever they can. Virtual visits. We discuss cases. We're going to be getting more into. They've expressed recently want to get into some radiography and trying to make sure they know how to read the radiographs and stuff like that. So for your internship, training with Reach Youth internship, what are some of the things that you look for? I know you said it doesn't have to be like a strict resume, and so you probably take people with various levels of experience, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So my interns, there are some interns who have had experience with dogs, and they're just experience with dogs. And then there are some who have a desire to just have an experience. And then there are some who just really want to go into, this field of working with dogs, becoming a dog trainer or a veterinarian, or, working at a shelter, the like. So I have interns who have some experience and have interns who have a lot of experience.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
That's what I'm talking about. So, so I've got one more question for you. We're not going to keep you guys here all night. We're just going to give you a little bit. Okay. So when we come back, you know what I'm saying? We can't give it all away. Again, it is, let me get over to my banners again. It is January is National Dog Training Month. So my final question for you tonight, Miss Arisha, Miss Arish,
Yes.
um, what do you do to celebrate National Dog Training Month? Or is every day a holiday for you over there?
Yeah, thank you for asking. Every day is a holiday.
Indeed, indeed.
Every day is a holiday over here. So while I do appreciate that it is National Dog Training Month, which that is a big deal because I love representing dog trainers, representing that I'm not only a dog trainer, I'm a female dog trainer, and I am a Black female dog trainer. So it's all of these things are exciting, and I'm happy to just be doing something that I'm very passionate about. So that's exciting. But every day is a holiday. Every day is a day to be excited. Every day is a day to live out my purpose and to, just make sure I'm doing what I need to do on this earth, why I was created here.
Right.
So that's my thing.
Indeed. So I want to make sure that everyone here on the call knows how to get in touch with you, knows how to find you. I think, let me
Absolutely.
see. Let me know if this is correct. Is this correct on
Yes.
Instagram?
Hmm.
Okay. So you want to find Miss Arisha Coffee, go to Instagram, Training with Rish, Facebook, Training with Rish, any
Yep.
other platforms?
Yep. So my email is trainingwithreach@gmail.com. I'm on TikTok as well, Training with Reach, Instagram, Training with Reach, Facebook, Instagram, Training with Reach, and trainingwithreach.com.
That's right. Trainingwithreach.com. And don't forget, when you go to drcroom.com, you can find Training with Reach and get
Absolutely.
and sign up for a virtual visit
Absolutely.
with her. All
Yes.
right. So thank you so much, Miss Reach, for coming on and joining me today. I really
Yes.
love seeing everything you do, and you give me a lot of hope that we're going in the right direction with our internship programs, preparing the next generation to take
Yes.
over. That's what we always have to do. That's what the
Mhm.
generation before ours did. I think about all the sacrifices. We're going to be celebrating Dr. King here soon, and
Yes.
as well as all the others who have brought forth to our lives so that we can be here. We always hear that we are our ancestors' like biggest dream, or
Yeah.
like they couldn't even imagine this. Like, and we want the same for the next generation. So I'm so glad
Definitely.
to know you and to know
Yes.
that we are
Likewise.
working together, starting here in Michigan, but just no limit to it.
Big time. Definitely.
So
Yes.
you guys, watch out for everything that we're doing. Make sure you're following Training with Reach. Continue to follow Dr. Croom, Army Vet, so that you can learn everything that you need to know about your amazing pets. And
Yes.
we're going to be here for some wonderful customer service for you as well. So
Absolutely.
have a great
Absolutely.
night. We'll see you soon. Peace, y'all.